What is up, guys? This is Travis the Chauffeur, and welcome back to another video, a real full-length video. So a couple months ago I did my 21Pilots piano chronology, and today I was actually kind of debating when making that video whether I wanted to do a top 10 or a piano chronology. So now we're doing the 21Pilots top 10 video. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to get right into it because I always have super long, boring intros. So let's get right into it. Coming in at number 10, we have My Blood from Trench. Now, at first, it took me a minute to warm up to Trench because it was so much different. But this song, even during the time when I was kind of warming up to the album, I even liked this song. It was a song that I really connected to right away. I love the meaning behind it. I really like how this song kind of tells that story of one of his cousins, how he had like a bunch of football players at the end of his driveway yelling at him, and then one of his brothers kind of came and defended him and started beating him up pretty much because they were threatening a bunch of stuff on the other guy, which is super awesome. It kind of tells a story of how you would do anything for your family, and I really resonate with that. I think it's a really cool message to have in a song. You know, especially since a lot of 21Pilots songs are kind of like introspective. This song is kind of just about a message that everybody can relate to, and I really love it. It's a great song too, it's super catchy, and I'm kind of disappointed it didn't get as much radio play as I had thought, but it's just a really, really good song. You should check out the music video too, because it's pretty awesome. So that's number 10. Back about 5 years ago, in 2014, me and my brother were playing video games, and he always got to pick the music, and I didn't like most of the songs that he put on, but one of them was this song, Semi-Automatic, and immediately I was totally hooked on this song. I really liked the sound and the lyrics. I thought were really good, even though at the time I didn't really pay attention to stuff like that. And to this day, it still remains one of my favorite 21Pilots songs. I still love this song. I'm looking at my list over here, by the way. That's why I keep looking over there. But I've always been a huge fan of this song, just the way the lyrics work, and it's super catchy, and the bridge is amazing. It's such a unique song in so many ways. Nothing about this song, there's not a lot of stuff that's repeated besides that interlude and the chorus, of course, but the verses are completely different, and the bridge just comes out of nowhere. I love it. I still love this song. It's amazing. And that comes in at number 9. There we go. Coming in at number 8, we have Taxi Cab from Self-Titled. Now, they had been playing this song on the Bandito tour until just a couple months ago, but I went to see them actually a couple weeks ago, and they didn't play this song, which I was kind of disappointed about because I absolutely love this song. Something that kind of defines the Self-Titled album is that the lyrics are a whole lot more honest than with other albums, and Tyler's vocals are really pure here. There's a lot of emotion in these vocals, especially when he does the falsetto and then the rap at the end, really telling the story of Tyler really opening up about his faith and kind of telling the story of pretty much the New Testament of the Bible. I think it's really cool, and the way he puts it into that metaphor I think is just really awesome. I love how the title is just kind of dropped in the middle of that rap. I love when they do that with titles. I think it's the coolest thing, but it's a really awesome song in so many ways. It's just Tyler and the piano and some drums and a little bit of bass, which is awesome. It's perfect. It's a great song, and it comes in at number 8. Now the night is coming to. At number 7, we have Truce from Vessel, and this song is one of my favorite songs from 21Pilots, obviously, that's why it's on the list. But this was actually a song that I liked so much that I learned it on piano and played it at one of my piano recitals way back a couple of years ago, or actually a few years ago now. It's soothing, it's almost eerie, the piano is it almost seems out there, and Tyler's vocals really shine in the song. It's a perfect way to end Vessel. It's just kind of a song that's saying, hey, the night's over, it's going to come again, but we're going to try again, just kind of the way it says in the song. But it really ends the album perfectly on a note that kind of brings everything together about the album, and it's perfect. The title is perfect. The melody, the piano interlude at the end is just amazing. I really love this song, and they played it live with like a sing-along, and it was just the coolest thing, how everybody was singing along with it, and it's definitely a fan favorite, I would say, and it comes in at number 7. Remember the moment, you know exactly where you're going, 'cause the next moment before you know what time is slowing down. Holding On To You was one of the first 21 Pilots songs I heard, and it remained at the top of my list for a very long time. But until recently, I'd kind of had it lower on my top 10 list than this. But when I went to see them live and heard it played live, it went back up to number 6, and that's where it is now. There's just so much to like about this song. There's like a few different messages. There's the one, Holding On To You, kind of him trying to strengthen his relationship with God and really relying on him through this tough time he's talking about. Then there's the one in the second verse where he talks about taking control of your mind and telling it what to do and not letting it control you, which is super awesome. Great message there. And then there's the message at the end about kind of criticizing other artists, telling them, why do we have lyrics that mean nothing when we were gifted with thought? It's a good message, I think, especially now that he's trying to say that we need to put more thought into music and really try to change people's minds about stuff and try to affect people with music and try to help them through tough times, which is kind of what this song is really trying to hit home. And I really love the way there's raps, there's a great chorus, the bridge is amazing, and then there's a second bridge that comes out of nowhere with that weird beat. It's amazing. It's a perfect example of why 21 Pilots is the way that they are. It's a good song. Like, if you want to say, who's 21 Pilots, and you look them up, and this is probably the song that you should listen to first, because it has everything that makes 21 Pilots them, and it's just an amazing song that comes in at number 6. There we go, 6. See?
I am not as fine as I seem. Pardon me for yelling and telling you green gardens.
At number 5, we have Migraine from Vessel, and this song was one of the first 21 Pilots songs I ever heard, and it became a song that I listened to all the time during that summer, and it was one that was atop my list for a little bit. There's just something great about this song. The lyrics are so well put together, the verses are amazing, and even the way it starts out is really, really good. And then the choruses are really well put together, and then there's that bridge where they have that fast rap. And I love when Tyler does the fast raps because they're always so good, and with those little drumsticks in the background, there's so much to love about this song, just like Holding On To You. It's very similar to it in some ways, but it also has a unique quality to it as well. It almost, to me, has like this jazz kind of thing to it, which is super cool. It just shows another thing. You're listening to Vessel and you have Ode to Sleep, which we may or may not get to on this video, but then you go into Holding On To You, and then you're getting into this. This is like an upbeat, jazzy song, and then it ends like really abruptly, like kind of leaves you hanging, and you just want to keep listening. And that's one of the things that I love about this song, that I love about Vessel, is that you just always want to keep listening. And this is one of the songs that's the reason why it's a great song. Comes in at number 5.
Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Coming in at number 4, we have Car Radio, also from Vessel, and it was also on Regional Best, and so was Holding On To You. I didn't mention that. But coming in at number 4, we have Car Radio, also from Vessel, and it was also on Regional Best. I think that this song has some of the best lyrics of any 21 Pilots song ever. There is just the way that the raps are put together and how he's talking about how he got his car radio stolen and then he has to deal with what he's thinking, and it's just amazing. It's one that really opens people's eyes about how, and he kind of, even though he has trouble dealing with the fact that he can't listen to the radio and kind of block out what he's thinking, he kind of encourages people to do this on their own. And I think that it's really cool the way they just thought of that idea. And the song itself is amazing. The raps are very rhythmic. The song is just amazing. And then you get to the bridge where it has a huge drop. The screaming is the best screaming Tyler has ever done in any 21 Pilots song. It's so good. And then the way, as soon as it hits the climax, it drops back down to the intro, which is just so cool. The way they put together these songs, they never have two songs alike. This song is so unique, and so are all these other ones that come before it on this list. It's just so cool, and I don't know whether you guys prefer the Regional Best or the Vessel version. They're both equally amazing in my opinion, and that's why this song comes in at number 4. It is just such a great song.
I'm just being dramatic. In fact, I'm only at it again as an addict with a pen who's addicted to the...
And coming in at number 3, we have Addict With A Pen from Self-Titled, and there is no song that 21 Pilots has ever made that has as honest lyrics as Addict With A Pen does. The song kind of starts out with him kind of having a conversation with God, saying that he's been away for a while and he's been kind of walking away, but he's coming back. He needs his help to help him fight this battle, and he's using his songwriting to help with that. And he's saying Addict With A Pen. And he says he's addicted to the wind that blows him back and forth. I think he's talking about just his dark thoughts are controlling him. And he kind of surrenders to God at the end, saying, I'm lying here just crying, but so wash me with your water. And the instrumental in this song is really weird, but I think it perfectly goes together with the song. It's a sad song, but I think it's probably the saddest song I've heard, but it's really thought-provoking. The metaphor that he uses with the water draining through his hands and trying to run through the sand, I think is just a really great metaphor, and the lyrics in the song are so good. Just read through the lyrics. Just go look up the song lyrics and read through them, because you'll just have your mind blown. And then go listen to the song and just see how they're put into words. His vocal performance on the song is amazing too. Just, it's a great song, and you should check it out. It comes in at number 3.
On the eve of a day that's forgotten and fake of the trees, they wait and close anticipate the start of a day when we put on our face.
Coming in at number 2, we have Ode to Sleep from Vessel and from Regional at Best as well. And Car Radio is also from Regional at Best. We have Car Radio, also from Vessel, and it was also on Regional at Best. And it was a battle between Ode to Sleep and our number 1 spot. But the reason I went with Ode to Sleep this high on the list is because it's really just all the things I love in a 21Pilots song all put into one. There's 2 really fast raps, one at the first verse and then one at the second verse. Then it drops into like this weird like upbeat thing where there's bass, and then the melodies are really upbeat, and it just seems like a completely different song. Then you get to the chorus that's a change in pace from the second verse and the first verse and those 2 little pre-choruses, I guess you could call those. And then it ends differently with just a completely different instrumental. It's a weird song, but it is so great in so many ways, and I love it so much. I also can't go without mentioning how great the lyrics are on this song, especially in the first verse when he talks about, when he says, some see a pen, I see a harpoon. He's talking about how he uses his songwriting to fight off against his dark thoughts, which is a really cool thing that he puts in there. And it's you kind of, with this song, you can look at the lyrics and you can take them any way you really want to, and it's almost like you can figure something out on every single lyric. He doesn't really disclose the meaning, so you can look at every single lyric and you can figure out what you think it means. And I really love that, how he just leaves it leaves it open to interpretation, so I can get my words out there. But it's a really, really great song. It's just everything you could possibly want in a 21Pilots song. This would be the song that I would point out if somebody told me just listen to if I could listen to one 21Pilots song, which one would you recommend? I would say this one, because it defines them pretty much. Even now, there's parts of the song, especially the instrumental, it's kind of darker, kind of like the newer stuff. And it's perfect. It's a perfect song. It almost made number 1. It could have been. It's been my number 1 song for a long time until recently. And we're going to get to number 1. I better tell you what it is before you get impatient. So I'll do it now.
And that's where I am, silent in the truth.
And at number 1, we have Trees from Regional at Best and Vessel. I definitely prefer the Vessel version of this song, because the Regional at Best version has that auto-tune thing that's really weird. But we're talking about the Vessel version of this song. You might have seen my Vessel vinyl in the background right there. Yep, it's right there. That's the album this is on. But this song is super cool. He wrote it when he was like 16, 17 years old. And it's about kind of like going into the woods, not like maybe literally, but he's kind of like going and searching for God and asking him to show himself, and saying he wants to pursue a relationship with him. And it's one that's super cool because he doesn't always open up about his faith really that much in the songs. But this song is definitely, clearly, he's really wanting to pursue a relationship with God, which is super cool. It doesn't have very many lyrics when compared to other 21Pilots songs, but a lot is said in just those few lyrics. It really speaks, especially the way he says hello throughout the song. You can kind of see at the end he finally finds what he's searching for, I feel like, with at the end when he kind of screams hello. I think he's really found God. I think he really feels his presence at the end, which is I really love that. And the instrumentals in the song are so great. The melody is one of the best melodies they've ever written. And the way this song, the climax of this song, when they played it live, it was the greatest thing ever. It was just so good. I remember listening to this song. I knew about Migraine, Holding On To You, and then Semi-Automatic, and I liked them. They weren't like, I wasn't like crazy about them. But when I heard this song, that's when they became like my favorite band. This song, I was just in awe of how amazing this song was, and it comes in at number one because it's just the best. It's such a phenomenal song. So it comes in at number one, and that is my top 10 list. Thank you guys for watching, and before you click off the video, I want to mention that my friend John, otherwise known as the founder of the Totally Fire YouTube channel, The Pro Filmmakers, is coming out with a video soon. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because you're going to have to go check it out. I'm making you go check it out. So link in the description to that and to his channel. Great channel. Check it out. And the new video is coming out. It's going to be super sick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.